Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. Hear that rooster sing, coffee's ready for a fling. Southern Fried has news for you. Updates on life's going on, and maybe a joke or two. Get up, pray up, and coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. We got laughs, we got prayer, celebrate our nation every day. Love our vets, love our land. It's the home of the free and the land of the brave. Get up, pray up, coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. So come on in and have a blast, for a good time that will last. Start your day with a smile, with the hosts that do the most. And get up, pray up, coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while.
Good Friday morning. Welcome to the Southern Fried Podcast Morning Show. I'm Rob. That's Dave. We're here to start your day off just right. Morning, Dave. How you doing this morning?
Blessed of the Lord, as always.
Yes.
Everything came up good on the streams. That's always success number one. Well, number one is that I get myself up. If the stream of Dave can get up, and then the streams of podcast can get up, it's a good start.
Well, yeah. Imagine that.
Technology can be a frustrating thing sometimes, but usually we don't have too many problems.
Well, especially when you're about half awake. Technology really can be an issue.
Nothing worse than being a guest on somebody's podcast and they go, we can't hear you.
Oh.
I've seen that happen to so many podcasters. They're like, oh, man, it's the same look. Everybody has the same look.
Yeah. Again.
Because you don't know what has caused it. You may have to reboot the host system sometimes. Something didn't pick up in there right, and the host is waiting on you.
Oh.
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Southern Fried Cornbread Nation. In fact, that's our website, www.southernfriedcornbreadnation.com. We got a .com. Thank you to Miss Lisa at FYN Media, Fetch Your News Media, who put that together for us. All the links are there, Patriot Mobile, all of that. And soon we'll be adding a couple things to it. I got to get back with her. And we appreciate her assistance and help and friendship.
Yes. Well, we got lots of stuff going on this morning. Should we just roll up our sleeves and just dive right into this?
It's according to what you want to dive into. I don't want to dive into a sewer pit or, a water treatment plant pit or anything like that. Feel free to dive in, though.
All the news equivalent of that. I mean, come on. You're not leaving my options open very much this morning.
Well, I thought you might be if you're going to attend a Democrat, campaign rally or news conference like that, it's probably going to be a crap.
No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. I want to start off. The big news this morning is Iran and Israel, or Israel and Iran. And Israel went over there and took out their nuclear facilities, come to find out that they had enough nuclear material to make 9 A-bombs. 9, maybe 10. And they attacked their infrastructure on that big time.
Well, I'll interrupt you. Let's clarify. I don't know. There's a lot of people reporting they took. I've seen people, podcasters even, and people showing damage from the surface and saying these are taken out. They're not taken out. What they've done is they've done damage. I don't know that they were able to get down to the main part, but what they've done is they've killed a lot of their scientists. They've killed some military leaders. They have damaged those areas, and I suspect they'll be coming back for rounds 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They may get there, but the IAEA, which is the International Atomic Agency that's over that, said they didn't detect any rise in radiation, which they were thankful for, which would have indicated that they did strike the main part of those, because there's 4 of them apparently. I thought there was only 2, but there's 4 of them. But that's a fear. But they did do a heck of a lot of damage to them. I don't know to what level.
Yeah, they said that they had gone through and they have dug tunnels down deep.
Yeah.
To accommodate all this. So, and as soon as they get one, who they're hitting, there's no big secret on that.
No,
I mean,
no.
There's no secret, and Iran and Israel knows it too.
Oh yeah. Well, they did what's called retired General Blaine Hope called it a decapitation move. They caught them with their pants down, literally. Those leaders, those scientists, they were not in any kind of protection. They were at home, and they did precision strikes and just damage those parts where those. Boy, their intel is the best. I'm telling you. I don't know. People can hate Israel. Their intel is the best. They wiped out whole areas. In this case, precision strikes, and did a lot of damage to them. Of course, Iran's promising, massive response. Israel's in a state of emergency right now, but they're not done.
No, they're not. They're just getting going, fellers. Iran's threatened them over and over and over. And then they've sent down their own attacks and stuff, and then they're gonna start developing nuclear capabilities. And what are they supposed to do? I mean, they're the easiest target for Iran. I mean, come on. What else are they supposed to do? Just let their citizens fall to the wayside? Not even care about it? Not do anything about it? I don't know. That kind of sounds like a parallel to that. What's going on in California and LA? What was going on there? They were just ignoring it, sitting on their hands. Somebody came in, made a decision. Nobody liked it. But, it was a decision. It was trying to fix the issues.
Well, apparently, of course, Iran works with Russia and China. Russia openly said they were going to help. And I thought I got the answer last night. Their uranium they're able to get it to 60%. So they were getting close. So Russia was going to basically help them take some of that uranium and get it over the top. But they said they were expecting a lot of materials in from China, and they rushed it through customs. And this is their reasoning. They believe that they were trying to hurry up and rush through and get something together on a massive scale, more than what they tried to hit them with last year. And Israel said they just couldn't allow that to happen. They said, no, we had to hit now.
That's ridiculous.
Explosive type of materials, they were trying to tip those missiles with whatever they could get.
Yeah.
Until they could get the nuclear.
Well, I imagine we'll see a few of those missiles going up here in the next few days. The ballistic type. Hopefully only that. What scares me is they'll get something done and nobody know about it. You know, and let's pray for peace. Let's pray for Israel. Let's pray for the citizens of Iran.
Excuse me.
Israel says they stand in solidarity with the citizens of Iran. You know,
Well, by and large, their citizens don't like what they do,
no,
especially the younger generation. They want to have freedom like they see around the world, to live their life. And the girls want to, they want to be able to dress as girls would like to dress, and get clothes that are pretty, and make their hair up and do makeup. No, they want to put them, from head to toe under black cloth, and if they don't dress exactly like they want, they hit them with a cattle prod or kill them. Let's face it, they kill them. They drag them away, and they'll kill them. This is what we're dealing with. This is the type of society. It's not that he's the only one in the region. There are some other areas that treat their women still like that today.
Mm-hmm.
But I still say I've got to get that young lady's name, the one that came into Tehran and in defiance undressed down to her bathing suit, and they killed her. They beat her to death.
Yeah,
that's the mentality here. Every time I see something like that, I'm sorry. That part of me comes out. I want to take that stick out of their hand and just waylay them with it.
Yeah,
it's not a man. They're just abusers or bullies.
I don't think you or I either one like a bully.
The way that they walk through the city, and their sole job, is to attack women on how they dress. And listen, that's the freedom we have in America. I may not like how some people dress. Sometimes I don't think it's becoming a person, man and woman, but that's freedom. That's freedom, and you can't change people by cattle prod. You change people by inside, through the heart, and to have that, love for themselves and not trash themselves up. But they see it. We're gonna beat you into submission. It's a huge difference. Unbelievable.
It's just silly. You can't treat people like that, or you shouldn't be able to treat people. I'm gonna say you can't because they're doing it, but you should not be able to treat people like that.
Yeah. So Rob, when you go to the Redneck Riviera and you got your old man bathing trunks on, they could beat you if they wanted to. They could be trolling up down the beach and say, that's out of bounds, bud. You're going to have to be cattle prodded.
I'd like to see them try to cattle prod me. I guarantee you they'd be a bunch of good old boys down there. They try to cattle prod me. They grab that cattle prod and put it someplace where the sun don't shine, and then hit the button. I guarantee. Oh, we don't put up with that junk over here in this country. You need to get on back over there to your place if you're going to go around cattle prodding people. Because I'm going to tell you, down here in the South, most of us have hit one another with a cattle prod at some point in time and lit somebody up. And we know what it feels like, and we know how to do it back. We ain't scared.
It's been it's not been that long ago, and they still don't have by far not equal rights in Saudi Arabia, where a lot of American military and civilian personnel work. Women had to walk on the other side of the street. They couldn't own a driver's license. They also were, even American service women, when they were out in the public, they had to cover up. They even made our highest levels of government. I remember when who was it? I think it was Hillary. She was trying to fight against that. She wanted to wear her pantsuit down the south. I got to be honest. I was a little bit on Saudi Arabia's side on this one. I thought that maybe that might not be a bad thing if they made her cover up. I shouldn't say it, but it's true.
Was it that orange pantsuit, you think?
I don't know which one she was trying to wear.
It was probably that orange pantsuit. They were like, oh, hell no. You're not wearing that atrocious bit of clothing over here. Cover up. That's some pride, lady.
Some things you have to kind of tip your hat to. We would probably clap that one.
No, that's too much like the laws for thee and not for me. If she wants to wear her orange pantsuit Let her wear her great pumpkin Charlie Brown suit and go out there and do her thing. I guess. Ugh.
That's a bad thought. Do her thing.
Oh, Miss Elizabeth's gonna get me for referring to her as the Great Pumpkin again. Messing up
I guess
her
she's still
childhood.
on. I guess she's still on her cruise.
I assume so. I have not talked to her this week. I've been trying to let her enjoy herself and not get on the phone yakking with her. Because it's hard to enjoy your cruise when you're stuck on the phone yakking with somebody.
Well, I don't yak on the phone with anybody.
Well,
My boss, one of my managers at work, is leaving today, this afternoon, for an Alaska cruise. He's going to be gone for 2 weeks.
my goodness.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's Iran and Israel. I'm going to shift gears a little bit. I'm going to come back over here to these riots. I was looking at a story last night. I don't remember where it was at. And it was a company. They're launching this investigation. Holly is to determine where the funding for these riots and stuff are coming from. It says they're too organized and everything. They have too much equipment. Somebody's paying for it. And we know that Christy Walton is one of the ones, the Walmart heiress. 2% of everything you buy there goes to her. She gets 2% of it. Remember that next time you go shopping there, and go to Mammoth Nation where they don't support this kind of stuff. But anyway, but there are actually, and this just blows my mind, actually groups out there, companies, where they provide protesters. You can go to these companies and contract out to get protesters to show up at the event that you want protested. Apparently they work for both sides of the aisle. They don't care. They're just there to provide bodies for your event that you want protested. These are professional protesters, apparently. And they're very good at their job. And why are these companies, number one, why are these companies even allowed to exist? If your cause is not important enough to American people to get the amount of people there that you want, so you have to blow up your cause by going to one of these companies and saying, hey, the American people does not think our cause is important enough to show up in the numbers that we need them to. We need to hire some more people to show up. Dumbass. The fact that nobody showed up should have been the first clue for you. Oh my, oh. My chat's not coming through on screen, Dave. Looks like Facebook.
No, it's because it's a picture, not a word.
Okay.
We are posting our morning coffee. What do you call it? Our dudes and dudettes that you post out there.
Oh.
I can't think of the word.
Avatars.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah. But anyway, all right, so these companies exist. Stupid. All right, so, and they're gearing up. They're trying to figure out, because these things are breaking out. These little anti-ICE demonstrations are going up across the country. And then you have someone else throwing gas on the fire with CNN and MSNBC. It's coming from Fox. I can't believe they would just bash CNN and MSNBC, although they're entirely bashworthy. They insist that anti-ICE demonstrations have been mostly peaceful despite widespread unrest. Study reveals that so far, CNN and MSNBC have used the word peaceful, the peaceful label, 211 times, while cities face looting and vandalism. If you're looting, you're committing vandalism, how is that peaceful? How is that peaceful? CNN and MSNBC must have a way different view of what peaceful is versus the rest of the country and the world. My goodness. That's like saying, Iran has a nuclear weapon now, but they're mostly peaceful with it. I'm sure they won't do anything with it. I'm sure that everything will be just fine. Don't worry about it.
Actually, the lie that they keep telling is they only want it for electricity, the nuclear part, but they're not building a weapon.
Yeah. Okay. Because Iran is known for being such a humanitarian type nation to even their own people. They're known for that. They don't care if their people have electricity or not. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm drawing some parallels here, and I'm kind of doing it in a wide track and a wide arc. All right. As a rule, we don't like Iran. They don't like the people. They keep their people oppressed. They threaten everybody. They run around with their chest bowed out. It sounds a lot like a Democrat to me. They make wild claims. They make all this other stuff. They have their own state media that pumps out the disinformation that they want. Is this sounding familiar? I think these Democrats have received training from Iran. I think we need to investigate that. Holly? Let's see what we can find out about that. But there have been anti-ICE demonstrations thus far. LA, New York, Chicago have received the most attention. There's also been anti-ICE demonstrations in Washington, North Carolina, Missouri, Texas, Indiana, Colorado, Georgia, and a variety of other areas. And through it all, CNN, MSNBC insists the demonstrations are mostly peaceful. CNN said 123 times, and MSNBC reminded viewers 88 times. They have to keep reminding us how peaceful these things are when we can see video footage of them burning cars, defacing buildings, and everything else, just looting, stuff that isn't peaceful. So where are they reporting from? Their offices?
Well, they say it's mostly. They say there's only a handful that do that.
Okay.
It's just a few rabble rousers.
That's the same thing they said about those apartments in Colorado. It's just a few apartments. This is when does any apartment, that's being taken over by a gang, and that's okay. Oh, it's just one or two.
They wouldn't want to try that around here.
No. Oh my gosh.
Would not want to try that around here.
I get, and I know where it happened. It had to happen in Atlanta. That's is Atlanta really considered Georgia still?
Well, it's Georgia, but it's its own world.
It's Georgia.
There's Atlanta, then there's the rest of Georgia. It's a whole different world.
If Georgia had a great big old stinky armpit, I have a feeling it'd be Atlanta. I mean, come on.
You just got kicked off the Chamber of Commerce newsletter.
For Atlanta, not for down
Atlanta.
Here. Well, I'm not on their newsletter.
I ought to sign you up. You want to be on the Atlanta Chamber of Commerce newsletter?
Dude, just to get the name of some of the shops there, it might be worth it. Shops and stores only found in Atlanta. Dude, that could be awesome. I feel a new bit for Cornbread Nation. Oh, we can highlight 2 or 3 a week. But, now
when you get off the beaten path a little bit and you talk to the old guard of Atlanta and suburbs, you meet some heck of a lot of nice people. They've been there for decades. They've watched the city grow up around them.
Yeah.
And they don't like the traffic either, but it's home. But you
Yeah.
got to get off. You got to get off the main thoroughfares, get off in the neighborhoods, and you'll find them. They'll say, "I've lived here my whole life. My parents lived here. And they've watched it change." I knew people that lived in Grant Park growing up. You don't want to live there now.
Mm-mm.
That's a rough area.
No, that's not a.
Down around where the Confederama was and all that,
Yes.
totally changed.
Oh.
Which has happened to a lot of cities. I mean, around the world, they just flipped them. They're not what they used to be. They've lost their charm. They've lost their cultural footprint. I mean, it's all over the place now. Totally changed.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what they wanted, though. Get Federama and all that kind of stuff down there. They don't want nobody around that. They don't want that to be good. They didn't want that to be nice. No. Oh, crazy. Ignoramus.
It's still one of my favorite, funniest things was to roll through the city of Charleston on school buses dressed as Confederate soldiers with our rifles. And to see the morning joggers, see that go by, the looks on their faces was that complete, like, what in the world? And every bus, they were great. Every bus, an African American, absolutely was killer. Our driver laughed the whole way, taking selfies with us, said, "They ain't nobody gonna believe this. I got a school bus load of Confederates." We had the best time with them. They were awesome. And kudos to the city for helping get us transported from I know the island there, and I went blank. Sullivan's Island, I think it was, over to where we were going to step off at. But early in the morning, days breaking, and we got our rifles. I mean, you just see bus after bus. There were thousands of us. And it's just people jogging like, "Hey, what's going on?" It's like, are we under invasion or something? And then we marched through, 80,000 marchers through the city. It was for the reburial of the crew of the Hunley. That's a great moment. And yes, the press, when we got near the inner city, government housing, they were running to the doors trying to get people to get mad and fired up. I can't stand the press. I swear it.
I mean, they had to make an issue for somebody.
Well, it didn't become an issue. That's what's great about it. Because they would march us. It was very hot that day, and they would march us. So we would march so long and stop, which was hard because the heat of the pavement was really hard. Those shoes are not made for pavement. But they would give us a 5-minute break from the march. This is quite a while. It's over a 5-mile march from Battery Point, I think it was, to the cemetery. But anyway, they were knocking on doors trying to get them to come out there, like, "Look at what they're doing in front of your," and the people were like, "Oh, whatever. Doesn't bother me." They couldn't get a story, man. It was great.
That's hilarious. If you don't have any news going on, you have to manufacture it.
Well, they've been known to do that.
No, not our. Oh, dude, what do you mean? Our professional, unbiased, completely fair news companies that we have in this country. What? That was all spoken with a lot of sarcasm, in case you didn't catch that. Ugh. If they ain't got a story, they'll lie and make one. Well, get me started on that soapbox this morning, although I'm fixing to jump right on top of it anyway. Okay. We know for a fact cars were burned, buildings were defaced, and federal agents were attacked in LA. By what stretch of the word does peaceful come into that? Mostly peaceful. what they do? Go by the kindergarten or some preschool out there, and they all had their children lined up out there at school. Hey, we're peacefully protesting. Woo! And they give them all a sucker or ice cream cone. You know, ugh, come on. Hmm. Sorry. I'm gonna get off that hump. I'm gonna move to another one here in just a second.
Hey, on another front, real quick. Happy birthday today to Richard Thomas, John Boy, 73 years old. I grew up watching him. The great comedian Tim Allen is 71 years old today. And the Olsen twins, because they started so young, they seem like they should be older, 38 years old today. Happy birthday to you all and others. That is your birthday today. You deserve your day. Happy, happy birthday. Good night, John Boy.
Night, Grandpa.
People that didn't grow up with that just went, what?
Oh,
What's that?
I remember going to bed at night. I could hear my granddad back in the other end of the house. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Grandpa. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, Mary Bass put in a curfew for the mostly peaceful protests that are going on in LA. She put up a curfew. 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. You know, I mean, she put up a curfew. By late Thursday evening, LAPD took a busload of more than 20 protesters away as they continued to chant peaceful protest. Yeah.
Hey, y'all keep in your prayers Dog Tag as he's out on the trail, and hopefully he'll be able to check in with us tonight. And in honor of him being back in Virginia through his travels, we'll do a shout out to Appomattox, Virginia, population 1,700. I've been through Appomattox, a very historically famous place, but still not a developed place. But he's past there because he's over the James River. Shout out to Dog Tag, though. Bless you, brother.
Yes.
Keep on keeping our one foot in front of the other.
Chuck, quit it. It's not all run you plumb out of here. Yes, Michael. Just people enjoying their evening, not doing anything but watching cars burn. Oh. Hmm. You know, what I don't understand is why everybody in this country is so up in arms about ICE doing their job. You know, it seems to me like they should have been up in arms in the previous administration when they weren't doing their job or they weren't allowed to do their job. Let's put it that way.
Do you want the answer on why? I can give you the why.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's called numbers. And because they targeted California, New York, by their sheer number of people, the representation that they get, they control. That's where they get most of their votes. There's the big city areas of those two states. If they didn't have that, the Democratic Party would be in trouble. They want to be able to count those people. They had planned on counting all those people, getting them ability to vote, and also including felons in prison. This was their plan to maintain control for the next 50 years. And so they don't like it because they don't care about them people. They care about the power that they bring and the money trail that would flow through as they're getting service to these people. It's all about the power and the money. That's what it's all about. It's not about relationship or compassion or empathy or anything else. It's power. That's what these people understand.
Yeah. Well, I heard people talking about this yesterday about just how dumb, dumb some of these protesters are. They're protesting ICE being in here, kicking illegals out. And they're going out in the streets and burning and rioting, burning American flags and waving the flags of their country of origin. They want to celebrate that country so much that they want to come live in this one. And they're burning the country's flag that they want to live in, and they're burning down. And waving these other flags around for their own country. How dumb. You don't even know where you want to be.
Now, what they want to do, and there's a movement, they want to take that land back to Mexico. They want it to be reverted. They said it's their land, and they want that returned. So there's actually a movement out there to say, well, you should turn it back over to Mexico. Well, we're not turning it over, Bub.
No.
You're not getting it back.
In fact, I have a secret message for you, those of you who think that we're going to. Oh, I've got an itch this morning, Dave. I don't know. I just can't get it scratched right. That's my secret message. Why do they think we don't like them being as close as they are, dude? You've heard that whole saying, wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. We need about a 50-foot pole on the other side of that border and push them back about 50 feet where we got time to draw a bead on these cartel members as they're coming across. We need to push them back 50 feet. So we wouldn't touch them with a 50-foot pole. And we don't want them touching us with a 50-foot pole either. Bigger if we can find it. Why would we give? Mexico is being run by the cartels. We all know that. They have the power.
The power.
Michael said they can wait in line because France gets the Statue of Liberty first. Then they can get California. I would like to know how much aid we've given to France and some of these other countries. Wow. Ted Cruz says Iran has given President Trump the middle finger by refusing to dismantle its nuclear program.
And hence the strike by Israel, because they wouldn't play ball.
They never had any intentions of playing ball.
So you get the warhead on your forehead.
Mm-hmm.
It's not raining men in Iran or cats and dogs.
It might be raining pieces of men. It's raining pieces.
Maybe.
Did you see where they ruled that President Trump acted illegally when he seized control of California's National Guard?
Yeah, a judge has ordered him to turn them back over.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to honor that.
I think he is either. I think he's going to appeal that.
Yes, Steve-O. Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be raining pieces of men and atomical confetti. I like that. That's a good way to put that. So apparently they said his actions were illegal, both exceeding the scope of his statutory authority and violating the 10th Amendment of the United States Constitution. He must therefore return control of California National Guard to the governor of the state of California forthwith. Federalism is not optional. Even the president cannot legislate by fiat. Well, he kind of has to when the people there won't do anything.
Yes.
Troops to Iran expect overwhelming force of U.S. military is attacked. Yeah.
Don't mess with our boys in the military. And I'll tell you somebody, if you really want to follow somebody, and she's on Rumble as well. She is in America. I'm going to post this up for a comment. Give this young lady a follow as well. She tells it like it is. She loves America, loves freedom. She understands because she's from there, and she's had threats made on her life in the United States. So sometimes she has to be very secretive about where she is broadcasting from. Annie Cyrus, that's her kind of Americanized name of her Iranian name, and that's just a little bit about her. I've listened to her, and she's amazing, but she tells it like it is. She will tell, and she's got family still there, and she wants that freedom for them, but they're stuck under this, what they've got, you know.
Yeah.
But don't give Annie a follow in Rumble too. She's not I've watched her show several times. So.
What is the name of the show?
It's called hang on. Oh, let's see here. I'm trying to remember what exactly it's called. I'll have to post it. Give me just a minute. But yeah, she does some jewelry and stuff, and that's how she supports herself.
Okay. Is it the insurrection?
I don't think that. I don't know. They don't sound right.
It says Trump takes over the Bronx. What really happened in Iran with Annie Cyrus?
She goes on a lot of other shows too. So
yeah, that's what I was noticing. That's why I was asking for the name of her.
People like to talk to her, so I don't think that's it. But I will have to get it posted. But anyway, show her some love as well.
Yes. My goodness. Oh, that's a truck out there on the highway. Well, I hear a truck from in here. It's running awfully loud.
In the wind, as they say.
Yes.
Appreciate everybody coming on Instagram. Quite a few folks in there. Shout out to you. Those on Rumble, Facebook, and all other streams. Thank you for being here on a Friday with the SFP, baby. Don't forget, tonight is Front Porch Talking.
We got talking.
Sports will be on tonight. MAGA Report will be back on tonight. Big day of recording. We're going live. Rocket. What'd you say?
Are we got a topic for tonight?
Not so far.
Checking.
We don't have a. We don't yet. It could change, but we might talk about how a blacksmith loves a liberal. I'm just kidding. A conservative blacksmith is in love with a leftist liberal ex-bartender. The story at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Steve, you notice that's not me getting on you this morning. Okay?
Oh, I
Somebody
just
else
excited.
even brought you up and everything. It wasn't me. You see that?
He just got all excited. Yeah, but I didn't say easy bake. I didn't say easy bake or not like that. That's
You just did.
Well, I was just trying to make a reference.
You've brought that up now too.
Pink shirt, easy bake. You know, the easy bake gets hot. Does it get hot?
Depends on what is. No. You're not dragging me down with you. You're not dragging me down. Depends on what size light bulb he's got in it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, Dave. Maxine Waters showing him how to operate. No, Dave, you're not dragging me down with you. Dragging his butt across the floor. Puppy dog. Now, you talking about Maxine Waters or AOC here?
Oh, my.
Dave, don't you drug me down. I was behaving in everything.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow. Oh.
Look, Janice got your back there, Steve. She told me to stop. You talking to me or Dave? I was trying to behave. I was trying hard, y'all. Y'all saw it. I got a witness. I got witnesses out there.
Oh, my goodness.
Steve, we love you, brother. We do. You know we do. That's our Celtic blacksmith buddy from up there in Ohio. And I tell you what, he's a good guy, and we really think the world of him here. That's there he is. Celtic blacksmith up there in Ohio. Y'all check out his live shows and check out his store. Make sure you give him a like and a follow. Steve's pretty good, folks.
And that is Annie Cyrus Unfiltered on Rumble. Everybody go that has a Rumble, go give her a follow. Go give this lady a follow. She does some pretty artwork too, and jewelry. She's fun to listen to because she don't mince words.
No.
She likes to give you the story behind the story. But anyway, Annie Cyrus. Give this young lady a follow for freedom.
Yeah.
Take that, mullahs. You ayatollahs.
A bit of, to laugh out loud, bit of a delay in banter. He must not be at the red light. Yeah. I like some of her topics already. The Bible versus the Quran, the war for the truth. That's,
Yeah. You will start getting into some really hardcore stuff. Go follow people like this.
Southern California is sacrificed on the altar of environmentalism. Wow. Yeah, okay. I'll have to go back and watch her stuff. I definitely will.
Yeah, she's I just gave her a follow. I thought I'd follow. I think I have on my personal channel, but she's like 463. Let's get her up there closer to 500 on followers.
Well, I just gave her one too, and it's showing here.
She'll be like, wow. It's always a nice blessing when you get a bunch of follows and you're like, what's happened? You know, she should have a lot more than that, actually. I'm amazed that she does not. So everybody give her a follow.
Yeah. I mean,
Ray Deck, lift it up.
Annie Cyrus Unfiltered. Okay. That's someone we can get behind. Absolutely.
We'll reach out to her and see if we can get her on the channel.
That'd be awesome.
She's amazing.
That would be awesome. Talk about the difference. You know, and this country versus what the other countries had in the world had to put up with. And coming from Iran, one of the most oppressive countries in the world, especially to women, that would be interesting to hear about. And all these people that hate America, especially the women, I'd say if they went and stayed in Iran for a little while, they might appreciate this country a little bit more.
Oh, there's a bunch of people out there bumping their gums in our country. They need to spend a couple of weeks in some of these countries around the world. They come back with a different attitude. Or
Yeah.
if they didn't, they might not come back. Because if they do that there, they'll find out just how blessed they are to be able to say what they can say here.
Mm-hmm.
Around the world ain't like here.
No.
Getting out there doing your bump and grinds for your TikTok video, and try that in downtown Tehran.
Yeah, and besides, it wouldn't have the same effect if you were wearing a gunny sack. Covering your face up, can't see nothing.
I just gave either I made Steve sick right now or I excited him. Because if he was thinking about if that was AOC out there doing that, he just got really excited. But if he was thinking about if it was Maxine, he just got sick. You know how they stop the traffic? We'll just stop right there.
Yeah.
There you go, Steve.
Steve, once again, you see, it was not me.
Hey, yeah, baby. She's a pretty girl. She definitely is a pretty girl. There's no doubt.
And Steve, I don't even think you have to fix her.
No.
I think she's already fixed. Or just fine, just the way she is. Just say it. Just say it. How is it my fault? I've been trying to behave all morning long. I didn't want you to have to go. There it is. At me this time. I don't think she has any of those kinds of videos.
We need to get there's a couple others I will promote that are from the area, the region over there. Is Miss Janice in the Steve-O posse? I mean, I think she's like in the posse, right behind Steve wherever he goes. She's gonna be out there paving the way for Steve to come through, defending him. She's like the mod for Steve now.
Yeah. Her and Maxine Waters. Yay, Steve. Wait. Not my fault, Steve. Not my fault. They've got it started. I heard that Steve and Maxine may be writing a book together.
Oh Lord.
Yes. Cooking and blacksmithing. How to make the Easy Bake Oven work for you.
Wow.
She's wearing her little white baker cook's apron and everything. Sweat rolling off of her everywhere, baking and cooking in the kitchen. Steve wearing his leather apron out there. Sweat rolling off of him. She's hammering around the blacksmith shop, Okay. It might be a little bit my fault. Little bit. I do appreciate the fact that you spelled "not" right. Not my fault. Thank you. But I actually did not start it on you this morning. That was not me that started it off. I was provoked. Someone poked the bear. You know, that's all right. The bear always gets blamed. You always blame the bear. You know, somebody goes up, kicks the bear, and then they make this whole video about how it's the bear's fault that he ate somebody. It just, you know. It's okay. You can blame me. I'm used to it. That's okay. I can accept it. So I'm glad we found you a new interest in life other than AOC. I mean, that's important to us. You know, we're glad that we can find somebody acceptable to your standards. I want to cover one more thing real quick. Christian Nolan was having a press conference yesterday and trying to put the information out she wanted out that she needed to put out. Had an investigation or had a press conference. Totally got ran over by Mr. Padilla. Senator, but anyway, he busts into her press conference trying to ask questions and all this other stuff. Now, there's a time and a place to ask questions. Here's somebody's press conference is not the time. But went there and just made a complete and total scene. Interrupted a live press conference without identifying himself or having his Senate security pin, and he lunged toward her. All right. And just made a show. And screaming and yelling as they drag him out. What in the world? And now Adam Schiff is calling for her to be removed. Once again, Pencil Neck needs to shut the heck up. He needs to stay over in California, watch it burn with the rest of people that don't care about truth or anything. That will lie and do anything to advance their cause, which I feel is what's happening with the riots and everything else over there. So stay over there in California. Keep your lies to yourself. We know you're a liar. You've already shown that. Oh, I've got plenty of evidence. I've got evidence everywhere. Yeah. We never saw one piece of what you were spouting about. I don't even understand how that big old head can stay upright on that little bitty neck. He's like the congressional bobblehead.
Can you imagine having to be a page for that guy? Good gosh.
Could you imagine? No, here's what's even harder about that. Could you imagine having to be a page for that guy, and every time he tells you, "Hey, go get me," and keeping a straight face? It's the straight face factor.
Which usually pages are selected out of their area that they represent, and it's usually a favor to someone who's a big supporter. Hey, my boy is, could he be your page for this, next few months, So they kind of sign up for it, but still. I'm not picking on him. I love Steve, but I would love Steve to be a senator. That would be great on the national level. You see him coming in. You see him. He would not be able to hold back his feelings about things as these blowhards are up there bloviating. And he would bring his own gavel, his own hammer.
Yeah. And he would probably have his own intro music for when he walked into the.
Oh, there's no doubt.
It'd be bow, chicka, bow, wow. I can see you coming dancing down the aisle. Bow, chicka, bow, wow. Chicka, bow, wow.
That wouldn't be right.
No, he would come in he would come in a suit and a tie and a white shirt and everything, and they'd be playing "Sharp Dressed Man" by ZZ Top. Because every girl's crazy about a sharp dressed man. And here he come down the aisle, kind of strutting just a little bit of swing in his backyard. Not much, just a little bit, a little bit of swing in the thing. As he's coming down the aisle there, very manly, masculine, holding the edge of his coat. Bam.
You had me worried there when you're going with that conversation.
I was talking about, no, I'm talking about from the backside. You don't want to be able to see.
I get what you're saying. You just kind of got me concerned there.
Well, you know how guys can get that strut, when they're on the
You think Steve's coming in a suit? If Fetterman can wear a hoodie, there ain't no way. He's not coming in He's not coming in a 3-piece suit.
Oh, yeah, he is too. He's coming in. He's coming in. He's going to have his hair pulled back and slicked out ponytail. It's going to be hanging about halfway down his back. And he'll come in. That's
what I think. That's what I think. He's kind of got me worried here. I mean, he's even got a little shimmy going on while he's talking about it. What the heck?
I don't know that I've ever actually seen his backside. I thought it one time.
The show just went to hell. Rob is now
no, Rob's not gushing over
fanboy over Celtic Blacksmith's backside.
I'm just trying to help brother out, I got a suit I'd wear. I'd be okay with that. I only use it for marrying and burying anyway.
Well, everybody had to have their one good suit, for the marriages and the burying.
Yeah.
You got it out. You got it all brushed off.
Wait a minute. Steve, look here. Jen says, he says, as Rob goes gushing over my backside, Jen's coming in. I have. She's been gushing over your backside. Look at her.
I told you. Fan club.
Bow wow.
Steve, do you have your fan club set up on Rumble or Buy Me a Coffee? Because you've got a monthly supporter right there. I'm telling you.
It ain't me.
You need to send her a sticker.
Yeah. He said, it's true. She's been checking out my Hank Hill horse. Damn it, Jenna. What are you? Look, get your hands off of my. Well, don't touch me there.
That's what's been missing from Steve. He does a great show, folks. Y'all give him a follow. But he needs the on-air commentary while he's he should have her on live. Like she could be giving commentary, telling people to sign up, do this, whatever. Mention to him who's chatting, who's saying what. That would be a great team right there. That would be awesome.
You know what else? She'd be up there. And girls, don't you wish you had a swing like that in your backyard? Oh, look at that. Look at them muscles go. Oh, he's glistening, girls. Y'all see that? And guys, y'all see him glistening? Steve, look here. Well, Maxine Waters just popped in here. And she said, she's had that swing in her backyard. What?
Oh my goodness.
You could do it. You could do it. It'd be awesome. Shaking your head.
She'd be like the commentary on like the QVC channel. She could be, talking about all the things in your store. Ladies, don't forget, you can get these great hooks. It's the Christmas time of year, and you're going to
Yeah.
be hanging stuff up for Christmas. I mean,
Dude, I'm just trying to help me help you. I'm just trying to be there for you.
don't say be there.
Huh?
Don't say be there.
Don't send you there?
No, don't say be there.
Oh.
You've already taken the show out back.
I have. Wait a minute. You started this. Oh. You threw the idea out there, and my brain just went like that. Now I took it out. What the? Oh. That's not fair.
Oh my
I've been
goodness.
set up. I've been set up. I didn't do it. Didn't take much to get me going that way anyway. All right.
I'm sure he's got a live tonight at 8 p.m., right, Steve-O?
7 or 8. We have to watch that if we can.
I'm gonna run it behind me while we're on tonight. You'll be able to look at Steve on screen.
No, you didn't. Why'd you have to go there?
Wow, he just gave you like the slam right before
I
went on air.
know. I know. Right as we're fixing to get off air.
He's walking into work. He's going, yeah.
Yeah. Cut you bastard from Georgia.
7 p.m. Hey, I'll watch it a bit live. I may run. Is it okay, brother? I'm gonna run you behind me, man. We can see you beating that steel up.
Dude. And you just said that about me, about it being Pride Month, and I need to calm my urges. And then here's Dave up here saying something like that. Where's his little Pride Month comment?
Don't be
Okay.
trying to dig your way out by throwing me in the hole.
You done throw me in the hole this morning. Thank you, sir.
Just remember this, Steve. Just remember this. Sometimes you can't choose who's in the foxhole, will you? That's all I'm saying. When it's incoming, people jump in the hole. And you just have to.
Dave, stop. Stop. That sounds way gay. He said, "Nah, Dave's straight. It's obvious with him." Wait a minute. How do you know what's obviously straight? Wait, what? Who? I'm not. Okay, I'm just gonna let it stop right there. I'm not making any more comments on it. I love you guys. Y'all are my brothers and my sisters and all that. And we hope y'all have a great day today and get out there and get this Friday working for you. It's almost 10 after. Oh, y'all have a great, marvelous, and productive day today. Don't forget, we'll be back here tonight for Front Porch Talking. Dave, you got anything else before we get out of here?
No, sir.
You too, Miss Jennifer. You have a great one also. And we will see y'all tonight. Front Porch Talking. You got a sports show you're doing?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. All right. Everybody, salute. See y'all tonight. I got to do the right song. Here we go. That's the end of the song. You ready?
So come on in and have a blast for a good time that will last. Start your day with a smile, with the hosts that do the most. Get up, pray up, coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock you